The playoffs are here, and you can predict the action all the way to the finals with FanDuel Predicts. Predict the spread, the total points, and even the game-winning moments that make the playoffs. Sign up and get a $25 bonus with FanDuel Predicts.
Offered by FanDuel Prediction Markets, LLC, a registered futures commission merchant. 18 plus bonus is non-withdrawable and expires 7 days after receipt. Trading derivatives involves significant risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Manage your activity with their consumer protection tools. Restrictions apply. See terms at FanDuel.com/predicts/bonus-offer-terms.
Excuse me! Taxi!
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Well, Thursday evening. With us today is the Majority Leader of the GOP, House of Representatives, Stephen Scalise. And so many things are happening. I mean, I don't even know where to begin anymore. Majority Leader Scalise, the other day in Virginia, they passed a new law that looks like it's getting hung up by the judges now. In Virginia, they wanted to create new congressional seats in Democratic districts, I guess. Tell us about it.
Yeah, John, and great to be back with you. And if you look, Abigail Spanberger, the new governor of Virginia, she ran, and they presented her as a moderate. She never was, by the way. I served with her in Congress. There was never a day where she was a moderate. She voted with Pelosi almost 100% of the time. That's not moderate. And, of course, she gets in. First thing she does is work to raise taxes on families in Virginia. Then she moved these new maps to disenfranchise basically 90% of the Republican voters in the state of Virginia. And so it eked out on the ballot, but it's likely unconstitutional. And so the Supreme Court's going to resolve this. But a lower court just threw it out yesterday. So we're going to see where this plays out with the state Supreme Court. But it just goes to show you there's no such thing as a moderate anymore. You see that with the Mondami wing of the party. That every Democrat right now is racing to the far left. You could find a spotted owl before you can find a blue dog. They just don't exist anymore. It's the far left, the radicals, the Marxists that have taken over on the Democrat side.
And you talked about New York State, Mondami. Ken Griffin, that was going to spend $1 zillion building a new building on Madison Avenue, is threatening to pull out of New York now.
Yeah, they're running even more people out of New York, John. It's sad to see. I mean, you're a New Yorker through and through. You look at what has been happening over the last few years as they go after, gee whiz, we're going to tax rich people. Well, guess what? Rich people started leaving. We're going to tax. And then, of course, you can't get enough of all your largesse to run your socialist programs just on rich people. So eventually they get to the middle class. And that's ultimately who they're taxing now, is they're taxing the middle class. And middle class families don't want that either. And so they're fleeing as well to some of the states that are low tax states. You look at Florida, you look at Texas, you look at Tennessee, states that are seeing massive growth at the expense of states like New York and California, New Jersey, and Illinois that are running these far left states that think you can just, basically give freebies to everybody, bring illegals in from all over the world and have sanctuary cities. And who's going to pay for it, John?
I don't know anymore. There's so much stuff going on. And I know that a lot of people are not going to be getting paid again. And I think the Senate just passed a blueprint to fund government on the people that are not being funded. Is that just another dream, or does it have a chance of passing?
This has a real chance, and it's got to happen. I mean, we've been trying for months to fund the Department of Homeland Security. That shouldn't be a hard thing to do. And, of course, 4 different times the House floor, we had bills to pass full funding of the Department of Homeland Security. We passed them out of the House, but every single time Democrats voted in lockstep against it because they want open borders. And make no mistake what this is about. This is about the same fight that Donald Trump resolved in the 24 election. The number one issue was securing the border, and thank God Donald Trump won because Joe Biden had let millions of people in illegally and secured the border when he won. But Democrats want to go back to the open border days where you have thousands of people, including violent criminals, coming into our country every day. So we're going to figure out a way to do it on our own. We're moving up what's called a reconciliation bill, which is a bill that you only need 51 votes in the Senate for. Because right now you cannot find a Democrat in the House or Senate who will vote for a Homeland Security bill that secures our border. It's insane, but we got to get it done anyway.
Majority Leader Scalise, me and you have been around for a long time. Have you ever seen such craziness?
I have not. And, you look at pendulums swing back and forth, but there was always this kind of North Star where both parties wanted to get to the same place. We all want a strong military. If there's a conflict, you back your military whether you agree with the day-to-day conflict or not. Look at Iran. President Trump's trying to stop Iran from getting a nuclear weapon, and you have Democrats openly saying they hope the U.S. military fails because they hate Donald Trump. It's literally a party that's infested with a cancer called Trump derangement system. They hate this president, and so they're rooting against the country. It's insane. And then you've got the Marxist wing of the party that just wants to create this utopia of Leninism, Marxism, and turn us into Moscow. And by the way, do you see anybody getting on a boat or a plane to go to Moscow? No. They want to come to America to seek the American dream. And you got these people here, these Marxists in America, who want to ruin what's great about America. It's insane. Their party has lost its way. That's why I think, look, people need to know in November, this election is so consequential, John, because if Democrats get power back, and believe me, they're fighting tooth and nail to get power back, the first thing they'll do is impeach Donald Trump day one. But then they're going to go and try to move a Marxist agenda. They're going to try to raise taxes on middle-class people. It'll all be guised under the rich. Go get the rich. The rich is going to be the guy making $50,000 a year, the family making $75,000 a year. That's who they're going after if they get power. We cannot let it happen.
Majority Leader Scalise, thank you so much for coming on this Thursday evening. There's so much more we should talk about. We should talk again on Sunday to give us the big picture of what's going on in Congress. Thank you so much.
Let's do that. God bless you.
God bless.